Welcome back to the Flip City Open presented by Crew 42. We have the back 12 here.
We got the Touch Twin takeover yet again, so stay tuned for some Andrew Marwede and Reed Brisker love. We're actually coming out with a new Touch Twin stamp where we're both going to be riding Robotic Kangaroos by Sam Merdeza, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Pretty exciting.
Looking back at the front 12 scores, pretty close race so far, but the back 12 here at Flip City is definitely a game changer. Anything can happen. And first up, we got hole 2-8, par 3, quote unquote, 670 feet. Definitely one of the hardest holes on the course. Got a couple options here. The route where the drone is going through right here is a more aggressive route you could take. A lot of the pros will be taking a wide hyzer though, just to play it safe to the landing zone. Kind of where we're at right now. And your second shot, you have a couple gaps. Right now we're going through the left gap. There's also one to the right. Anywhere where you can find a little bit of room to get you up to the putting green and hope to get your 3.
All right, we got Josh Taylor up first, the Michigan man himself, throwing that nice local righty route. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much perfect for where you want to be off the tee on that first shot. I mean, that opens up the entire right side of the fairway. Hopefully, Andy Marwede can follow suit.
Throw my star wraith here, a little bit of turnover, opening around. Oh, I hit the last tree, but that's fine because I think that right side is definitely the biggest opening for the second shot, so that's kind of why everyone's going over that way. You don't really need to bite off too much distance off the drive. You more just want to be in the right landing zone. Unless you're Willie Prince and you just want to throw a 550-foot hyzer, but that is so far up there. That's one of the farthest shots I've ever seen on that hole.
Did you see the skip on that thing? It still had more distance to go if it wouldn't have hit the ground.
This also looks pretty good. Pretty perfect, actually. That's almost up by Willie's.
Yeah. Good textbook play for the good textbook open card. We got Andy here looking to do some more forehand magic. And that should leave him with a, what would you say, like 30-footer?
Yeah, 27.
Not bad. 28.
26. Got Josh here also going the forehand. I think that's kind of one of the more preferred plays. It just kind of matches the green well. Leaving it a little bit short and right, but pretty good at don't land my disc.
I think, does he owe you a beer?
I think it's just off. He's
going to be close.
Good shot, though, nonetheless.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm kind of surprised to see righty players throwing that forehand upshot because I just feel like with the slope like it is, it's kind of like a gamble, to be honest.
You're probably right, but I think it's just easier to hit because where we're at so far right down. I guess if you have that turnover like Kyle and Willie are doing, it's just hard to match the speed. Because it is kind of slightly downhill, maybe, or uphill, then back downhill.
Yeah.
It's a tough upshot, but it's definitely there. Got Willie the farthest out with a circle's edge putt. Just leaves it a little bit short. Didn't really commit to it.
He's not happy.
Got Kyle with the low ceiling straddle putt.
Oh.
That was just short, too.
So sick. And you know, I've heard the polarization of sunglasses almost throws off your depth perception when you're putt. Oh,
Stay in the basket. It was a little left side, but I like to aim left side. It's more fun that way.
Play the odds.
Unless you're Josh Taylor and you're just aim for the middle. I should start aiming for the middle. Is that a Willie Prince stamp on that putter?
It is, actually. He just got a new run, so if you Michigan boys are watching, make sure to hit Willie up. You know he's probably not sitting out at the course to selling plastic, so yeah, definitely contact him. He's definitely got a bunch, and if you like nukes, he's got some sweet nukes. They're nice, beefy ESP nukes, very rare. Yeah, Willie Prince. Hit him up on Facebook, Instagram.
Are you getting commission for helping him sell those discs, sir?
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Hole 3A, 306 feet. One of my favorite holes, just because I know Reed doesn't like it. There is a gap here that the drone's going through. Nice flip up fairway driver. Pretty much anything that's gonna hit the gap and go maybe 2/3 of the way up there. Bonus birdie times a million. You just don't want to for this hole.
You know, just for getting that drone through all those trees, I think Crew 42 should start a racing drone team, because that was a talent
Impressive
in
work.
itself. Yeah. This hole is also known as the Vietnam hole, because there's just so many trees everywhere and every which way. So I mean, it's just one of those Michigan holes, man, where it's very touchy.
Gotta love it. Josh hitting that early tree, but having a good kick out to the middle.
I know Andy has 0 orange Firebirds, so I just want to know what that one is.
That was that 2 Series Beef Winder.
Okay. Good for rollers and forehands.
I don't know how Willie throws with a disc in his other hand. I've never been able to understand that.
I was just thinking about that myself. I mean, it's either a disc or a cigarette, so there's no in between.
Got Kyle here throwing, I think it's a T-bird.
It flies like a T-bird. Oh,
I hit that last tree. But he's got an open look to the basket, circle 2. I was definitely happy with that. Josh is in scramble territory. Be throwing it was a putter flick shot, and that was just absolutely perfect. Can't even explain how good of a shot that was. Perfect angle control, perfect height, perfect distance. Nice par save from him.
one of the rare Willie forehands, but you can definitely tell he's been working on it quite a bit. Left with a nice easy 3. Oh, baby! Oh my gosh.
He's been all over the basket too.
And I would have bet money he would have made that one. It looked pretty on point. Does he do it? Oh my gosh. The pitch putt. So much suspense, I can't even handle it. You should just start putting faster so the video doesn't take so long to make it to the basket.
I can't. I just don't want comebackers. They're so scary.
That's fair.
I'm not built like you.
Oh my gosh. So there's actually a porta potty quite close to this hole, and one time during warm-ups, there was some guy who actually suffered a bunch of bee stings because there was a beehive inside of the toilet paper roll. So if you're some porta potties at Flip City, please folks, be careful.
We got hole 4A here, 270 feet. Probably one of the easier holes on the course. Definitely wanted to look to get a 2 on this one. Pretty much throw any kind of shot here, putter, mid-range, overstable fairway, as long as you leave it out wide and let it crash in just behind that tree like Josh is showing you. Should be an easy 2. Got my Metal Flake MD3 here.
So do you think the Metal Flakes make the disc more overstable?
Usually, yes. I know the Iron Samurais, though, go pretty straight, so that's kind of why I like that run at MD3s. Really throwing it nice and wide with an overstable disc, and a little bit of skip action, and that's pretty good.
Kyle Williams here, likely throwing, I don't know, I'm thinking a rock or maybe something beefier.
I think he disc up to a Firebird. He was just trying to play that low skip shot.
Smart man.
Keeping it out of the wind.
Nice putt by Andrew Marwede. Easy 2 for this guy. I already know what's going in. Yeah, see, how are you even surprised?
I was just mad that it hit that tree and rolled 15 feet back. I was trying to park this hole. You don't really want too far of a putt in this one.
But with that said, if your shot doesn't reach your expectations, the chances of making that putt are a lot higher. So, pro tip for the day, guys.
So we got everyone else tapping in their birdies. It'll be 25 cents a charity star frame.
Yeah, we actually had a guy from Holland who every time there's a star frame, he has this little bicycle bell on his bag. And so every time there's a star frame, he goes ring, 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 ring. Anyways, we got hole 5A, 368, also known as the Excalibur hole. The basket is hidden amongst a whole ton of rocks and stuck in one itself. The play here is you can either do a high crazy route or you can try to squeeze through this little teensy tiny route with like a nice forehand. Rollers are not an option. There's a lot of rocks and a lot of logs laying around. Not great, but definitely one of those bonus birdies that would be nice to hit during a tournament.
Looks like Josh is going to go with the forehand flex route as well.
So one of them Big Z cranks. Oh.
Just turned a little bit too quick. If that's like 5 feet more to the right, that's looking like a really good shot.
Are you going Destroyer or Wraith?
I'm going Destroyer here. Just throw it low and pretty much as hard as I can.
Oh.
So sick. Hidden tree. That's going to be so good.
I'm betting Willie's going over the top. It's getting harder and harder every year. Those trees are getting higher and higher, but a guy can still dream, right? Does he find the gap? It's questionable.
Yeah. I think it dropped down though. 3 is not a terrible score in this hole.
No.
You can get into some early trouble if you don't get past that rock line. I think Kyle's going sidewinder, just trying to do a hyzer flip up. Just got a little bit too much on it and turned over, but should be able to scramble. Smooth flick up shot. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a zone. Kyle with the forehand too.
I just want to know why his stool is right next to his drive. Like, does he just need it there for comfort, like somebody to talk to in case he's not sure whether to throw a forehand? I don't know.
You need some caddy advice.
Oh.
Nice up shot from Willie. Leaving himself 15 feet.
So Andy Marwede's got the look here. Will he capitalize? Oh, and he does. Amazing putt by Andrew Marwede. Crew view, check it out. Slow-mo, here we go, baby. Cash money all day. Buckets, baskets. Can't ask for anything better. Probably the best shot of the round right here. Amazing. What putter was that?
That was actually a DX
Okay.
Just needed a little bit more glide and more of a straighter putter, so
Well, I'd say that definitely did the trick.
I wouldn't recommend running that putt every time, but I was mad it hit that skinny tree after my drive, so I told myself I was going to run it.
Good putt by Kyle there to save his par. Yep, ABC golf for Willie Prince over there. Already been chewed. And yeah, that'll do it for hole 5A. Thank God they only have to play it once more today, because this hole is a toughie.
Speaking of toughies, we got 6A here, 395 feet through this low ceiling tunnel shot that brings you out into the open, and then you got another gap to hit about 300 feet out here, and to finish it off, goes slightly uphill. Definitely one that is hard to get. Most people are just trying to kind of play the bottom of the hill, maybe on a good drive, and then maybe hit a good long putt, or just play for 3.
But Andy Marwede's never playing for 3. You know he's going to run at it pretty tough. Gives himself an excellent look, which, I mean, based how he's been playing today, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran the crap out of it. We got Josh Taylor here throwing an uncharacteristic forehand.
I think he just said he was playing for 3 on this one. He wasn't going to get all the way up there, so he's just playing smart golf, throwing it out to the open, have a nice little upshot at it.
Yeah, pro tip, guys: know your abilities and play to your strengths. Okay. If you can't throw 500, don't try to run a hole that's 400 uphill.
But Willie can throw 500, so I'm just hitting that tree on the right. Stays in the middle though.
So is this rock garden OB, or is this also casual?
That's casual. I think there's a couple more rock gardens, but there's not too many.
Okay. Yeah, so this is actually one of those holes that is world-renowned for its rollaways. I've seen guys have to walk down the hill plenty of times, even throughout the course of one round while I've been there. Yeah, I mean, this is a hole that you really got to know. Great upshot by Willie. This is a hole you really just got to know whether you're going to run it or not. But
And if you're not, even the upshot's so tricky because you have to make sure to land that disc so flat. You don't really want to be throwing a hyzer angle into this hill.
So would you say you're trying to like match the angle of the green on this one?
Yeah, yep. And make sure it land nice and soft like Kyle did. And I see might even been trying to run that, but it was so uphill. It's hard to get all that power to get there.
Now we got Andrew Marwede. Oh, giggity.
Close.
I had high hopes. So Josh Taylor's got the cart. I'm wondering if he's regretting it at about this point, having to haul that thing up this hill.
It is a lot of up and down hills too, so I would assume yes, but
You know, I actually heard of a guy one time who actually, because I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people have this problem, but this guy was playing Flip City and he lost one of the caps for his wheels, so he had to carry his Zuka cart basically like 16 holes at Flip City because he wasn't about to leave it.
oh no, that sounds terrible.
All right, hole 12 here. Recent innovation to the hole. They're raising that basket. Honestly, you just want to dive into that hill right near the basket, and even if you can, play a little bit higher up so you have a more, I guess, level putt, you could say. But yeah, this hole's got some teeth. Got Andrew here throwing the forehand. Gets a little bit, out of position, but still, he'll probably have a nice little death putt right there.
You definitely want to be a little more short of the basket, but on the right side. Kind of where Josh is headed to right now. Maybe that's a little too right. I think there was a left-to-right win on this hole, so it made it harder to land in that landing zone. But forehand is probably the most popular play. Really kind of overcooked
Willie,
that one.
what are you doing? Willie! I'll have an easy 3 from there. Possibly a good 2 run, because it'll be uphill.
Kyle going with the low line backhand.
Yeah.
Right up to the green. Yeah, that's fine. Good shot.
Yeah.
I think I was actually talking to Willie before this shot, and he was like asking like what to do, like should he run it? And I told him to run it, and then he yelled at me afterwards. He's like, I shouldn't have ran it.
But hey, if you never run it, you never know.
If you never run it, you never make it.
This is a putt. Oh my gosh.
This was probably the windiest part of the round. You can see all the leaves by him shaking.
Ripping headwind.
And he lays up, and the wind lifted his layup, and it went a little bit too far past.
Now, are you running it? Andy's running it.
Yeah.
Nice 2. I knew it. I called it. I should put some side bets down first. Wow.
This was a pretty stiff headwind, too, I remember.
And you guys know, just so you know, if he misses this, he's looking at like a 60, 70 foot easy uphill shot.
So far down the back.
So far. So you got to have some big cojones to drop some putts like that.
Willie trying to save his 3.
Ugh. What happened, Willie?
He's got this to save his 4. Super uphill.
Oh my gosh.
It actually like stays on the platform there, which I haven't seen before.
Those are stressful putts, guys. Those will take years off your life, so don't make yourself have to make those putts unless you absolutely have to. You got Kyle there just taking his 2, getting out of the way. Keeping it nice and easy. We got hole 13 coming up, 416 feet. If you can make it past that big tree down there, you can see in the middle to the left. The hole kind of declines a little bit in elevation, and it's tucked up to the left. So honestly, if you can get like a nice drive just past that tree and get a nice little skip action, then you'll be looking at a nice 2-putt.
One of the trickier holes too. I don't think it quite plays 416 because of how downhill it is, but very precise angle which you have to hyzer into.
I agree. Now you're going fairway here, yeah?
Yeah, that's a Firebird. So I just recently this year started backhanding Firebirds, which I've been liking a lot.
Oh.
I used to only forehand them.
Oh!
Sick tree. It was looking so good.
Yup. Well, without that tree, it would have been even closer.
Yeah.
So how are the tee pads out here? Do you guys like the tee pads?
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, they're nice and long. I don't really like the black strip at the end.
Mm-hmm. So is that like do they have a foul line out there? Or?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they play at this tournament or not.
Huh.
But they usually do, yeah.
Because I can't say I've seen too many tee pads that have this kind of, I don't even know what kind of shape you call that, but like an oval, a round ending. Okay, well that's an okay shot. He's going to be looking at kind of a...
Scary putt,
yeah,
for sure.
But...
See how frisky he's feeling.
I mean, if you're 4 down, you got to send it at this point. You got to get some birdies at this time in the round.
And this back stretch of the back 12 too is a lot of the really hard gets for birdie.
Screw
as we're watching
you.
this roll away. Oh, that's such a bad roll away.
See you tomorrow. And you know he's going to need a GPS to get back out of that rough.
Just feel like you're going to see so many screwed views on here at Flip City. Just known for the rollaways.
I mean, I honestly haven't seen the screwed view until this Flip City round, so I don't know. Maybe it's just special for this round.
Might be a new feature.
Ooh, that route might have helped him out a little bit. All right, I've got Death Putt Josh Taylor right here. Is he going to put some ying sauce on it? Oh, the suspense is killing me. Nice putt. Oh my gosh, what do you mean?
It was a half run. It was decent.
That was a good run.
It's hard to go full speed at that one. Speaking of going full speed. Full send. Nope.
Ugh.
Short and left. Easy 3 though.
Easy 3. Got Team Discraft's Willie Prince here. Can about put some send on it. Yeah, there's not much you can do when you're down in that rough. There's a few holes where the rough at Flip City gets pretty bad. I know there's a lot of poison ivy out there, so definitely be careful if you guys go out there. Nobody likes itchy ankles.
Everyone tapping in here, trying to move on to the next hole.
All right, hole 14. Let the drone set up for a quick little second. This hole is kind of a testy hole. Honestly, you want to throw a drive that's going to be pretty straight out of the hand and hit that. You see those three grouping of trees on the right. You kind of want to get something up over there. And I mean, I guess if you want, you could even have to go straighter, but you need to get a nice little flare skip up to the left or up to the right. Because I mean, that thing it's tucked back there, so that's a toughie. Also, a forehand roller. Not the worst decision. I'd like to see that sometime.
I know a lot of people do backhand rollers too. That way it finishes up the hill.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe only Jeff Bennett would do forehand roller.
Sorry, I'm in lefty mode here. Oh, we got Andy with a deep forehand, penetrating that gap.
Kyle showing us the backhand roller line. Looks like a pretty good angle. I just clipped that tree on the right. If it had been a few more feet to the left, it would have got up there nice.
Getting some nice crank action up. Oh.
Maybe just a touch inside.
Yeah, spoke too soon.
Have you ever tried to do the enormous spike hyzer on this hole? Is that a play?
Yeah, there's just so much cabbage in the trees. It's just not worth it. You're better off just going for that flare skip and playing the odds, to be honest. Because it's just so deep up there, and that's a great shot by Willie. Again, that beautiful flare skip. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gaps up there.
And I say this whole play is well over 334.
Easily.
Especially because it has to be all on hyzer, so that was a really good forehand by Willie.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like, what, 350-ish?
If even not
Closer.
even more, yeah. It's a tough one to get. Beautiful touch sidearm approach by Josh.
Mm-hmm. I do love the patterning, though, of the sunlight through the trees. It's very beautiful looking.
Especially when it's shining down on the basket. As Kyle pushes out right side, trying to save his par.
Got Andy here, probably going to have a nice 2. I'm already calling it. Yeah. Easy. Yeah, I mean, so tell me, during the off season, how much are you practicing your putting?
Well, being up in Alpena, and there's like 10 feet of snow every day, that's pretty much all I did because I didn't want to go out and play around, so I just go putt.
That's fair. Was it still, were you still in that car dealership? Did you, like, get the...
No, that was a one-time thing.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because I know you were a basketball coach for a little bit of the winter, so... I mean, did they let...
Yeah, I had access to the gym, so I just set up a basket in there. After practice, go.
Okay.
But
did you ever hit up that weight room, buddy?
nope, just putt. All right, moving hole 15. I got 446 feet here. Nice low ceiling tunnel shot. Throw your most confident understable disc. That's gonna flip up on hyzer and then ride dead straight all the way down this beautiful field here. Yeah, I guess the main concern here is just getting through that gap and hoping your disc finishes straight. I'm actually going with the forehand here because I really just want to focus on hitting the gap. Trying to play a little bit of a flip up. A little too much baby hyzer on that one. That's when it's going to drift quite a ways to the right, but made it out of the gap and have a long look.
So, I mean, what's the miss on this hole? Do you want to miss right or would you rather miss left?
I think right, because if you get too far left and you're pin high, that big tree by the basket makes it almost impossible to have a clean look at it. And that tunnel's getting pretty grown into. Those trees are getting thicker and thicker every year, so it's getting so tight now that it's a very specific line you have to hit.
Yeah, it's probably pretty tough to cut down to 20-foot tall branches.
Yeah.
But maybe one day in the future, disc golf.
Especially being a 446-foot hole, throwing a disc full power. Josh hitting the gap, pretty dead center. Beautiful shot.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you know what disc that was?
I think I would have just assumed crank, honestly. I know he throws the crank a lot, so that looked like it had a nice little flip up to it, so...
Yeah, 'cause I mean, that's got to be like the third crank in his bag, I'm thinking. But hey, if you're Discraft.
It's like Kyle's ripping on his star boss again.
Now, were you guys looking at, what kind of wind did you guys have to deal with in this one?
On this one, I think it was a crosswind. I can't remember. Maybe a slight head cross, but...
Okay.
It's kind of why the forehand didn't really flip up as much and just drifted right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Willie letting his upshot go a little bit long. It'll be a tough putt for his par.
Alright, this is right in Kyle's wheelhouse. Come on, baby, buckets. Oh my gosh.
That looked kind of like a tailwind, too, when he dropped the grass.
It did.
Maybe it was swirling.
Some of those Wiccan winds out there. Somebody's doing some witchcraft. Now, actually, I'm kind of impressed. That was not the best run, but you still got that height on it, which could have given it a chance if it wouldn't have turned over.
I just didn't want to miss short.
Yeah, I like it. All right, we got Josh Taylor here.
His birdie look. Yeah, I just dropped right out of his hands. You saw that.
Yeah, that wind is so weird out there. Very uncharacteristic. Come on, Willie. Come on, baby. Oh.
Give it a good run. One of the disadvantages about being tall. Downhill putts, low ceiling.
He still makes good on it. You know, that'll be a good par for him. Probably not happy with it, but that's okay. He'll take it.
Oh, he's tucking in the shirt. So maybe he did tuck it in and he just threw too hard and untucked himself.
That's fair. Trying to switch
It still
things
looks
up.
half tucked though, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, man. Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll play. So you're like 9 down at this point, Andy. How you feeling about this round so far? What's your goal? What are you trying to shoot? Because you got 3 holes left?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about 9 down so far. I know the next hole is virtually impossible to 2. So pretty much just trying to get through these next few holes, par, birdie at best, and go back to clubhouse and see where it stands.
Okay.
We got hole 16, par 3, 477. We got 2 options here, going up the middle where the drone is with either a flex forehand, a straight backhand, or there's a wide backdoor hyzer route you can take around that tree. Anywhere to get you right around where the drone is right now to have a nice, easy 100-foot upshot towards the basket. Very tight landing area to squeak through here.
Oh my gosh.
And they actually got an elevated basket this year, hanging basket. Pretty sick addition.
Now, is it always spinning, or did you actually get to putt on it stationary?
I think they spun it just for the video. It's pretty stationary. But when it gets windy like it was today, it kind of like bounces a little bit. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video,
Oh my
but
gosh, that was a smash of a drive. That's like perfectly where you want to be.
yeah, that was one of my better ones for sure.
Now, do you think if you put some more ying sauce on it, you could get up there?
Not quite, but I had a jump putt at this one, so I could maybe get at least a look at it.
You're so
But
sick.
it is still quite a pump to get all the way there. Slightly uphill too. Josh just playing it nice and safe in the middle with a flex forehand. Gonna be happy with that result.
Now, I mean, as far as a righty roller goes, is that really much of an option on this hole?
I remember trying it in years past, but those trees are getting a little bit too grown in, so it's hard to get it down. But I've seen people go over the top of the trees for a roller, like a nice Sky Annie roller.
Yeah.
I think Willie's going to do the same thing, but an air shot, which I would never even think about doing. But if you're Willie Prince, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. Woof!
Smash potatoes.
Jeez.
That's going so far.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a circle 2 look.
That is insanity.
Got Josh with the mid-range, it looks like, going for that speed control until that rocky green
Yeah.
right by the basket. Super low ceiling too, so you can't really play that ground action slide up because how many like roots and rocks are there. So for being a par 3, it's definitely a 2-shot hole.
It's just so crazy because from the rear view, all these shots look so aggressive, and then they usually just dig into the hill right up at the top. So
You just don't want to be left short and have a death putt to say par.
yeah, nobody's about that life.
I promise I was trying to run that. I'm fine with the result though. Pretty sure I was talking to Willie about this one too. I was like, Willie, if you threw it this far, you might as well run it.
That's fair.
I think he kind of like half tried to as well. But easy 3 on this hole is a bonus. Yeah, Kyle the furthest out, 20 feet.
So I mean,
No problem.
I'm just wondering. Let's say you've got a hanging basket like this, and you're behind one of those trees that are near 17's tee pad. Are you allowed to go for the basket and start swinging it in order to get maybe like a better look, like kind of like some sort of mini golf style shot where it plays to your advantage to have it swinging out to like the outermost point, while it's stationary, like stops for a second at the apex before it comes back?
If I ever played with you on a cart, I would let you do it because I think that would be so hard to actually make it stay in the basket. And it would be kind of cool though.
I'm just saying, if you hit it at the perfect point, what are you looking up for?
Bird or something flew by.
Some squirrels up there?
Yeah, something.
There's like a Playboy magazine like up in the tree, and he's like, oh, hey.
Hole 17, 172 feet, up and over the hill here. Common play is a stable putter, backhand flex through this gap, or the one to the left. Kind of having it land, stall out flat, and slide down the hill. I've seen some people do forehand on this hole, out wide. I've never actually had any luck with that, so I'm going with the backhand AVR 3 on a baby flex.
Ooh, comes out. Yeah, that's okay.
Slides down to about
Okay,
15, 20 feet.
That's very good then, yeah.
Just happy with that shot.
Yeah, the one thing you really got to watch out for on this hole is that you can get some crazy rolls. You can end up down near the parking lot, and it's pretty bad once you get down there. So
Yeah, you really just want to make sure you have that putter nose up so it stalls out when it's going down that hill so it doesn't go way past.
So, I mean, if you were to see a lefty playing this hole, would you say forehand or backhand?
If I was a lefty, I would do a forehand flex with a pig.
Okay.
If I had a backhand, though, oh, God, I don't even know.
I don't even know.
What do you usually do?
I'd usually just close my eyes and throw a shot and hope it works out. It's just one of those holes with all... I mean, look at how tiny these gaps are. Like,
I think that was not the intended gap he was going for, but if you leave it a little left, there's some room to wiggle through some trees. So.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Kyle gives this one a good run. All right, well, thanks, Kyle.
Wow, Kyle.
You just had to be that guy.
Smart play, though. What a pro move from a pro player.
I don't know. If I was at 3 down in this hole, I would ying the crap out of that. Like, because, I mean, what's 1,000 rated out here? Like 10 down? No. Probably like 8 down, right?
I think, no, not quite.
Less?
Yeah, I think it's less.
Okay. Yep. Good birdies.
I think 6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time when this course, you'd have to shoot 12, 13 down to... I mean, sometimes
it felt like, for sure.
It was a lot of birdies, but... I mean, the way Bill's been renovating this course and changing it up, he's definitely done a lot to make it more of a championship course and definitely cater to more of like the open field. So thank you, Bill. And if you guys ever want to camp out here, head up Bill McKenzie. Yeah, that's only $10 a person per night. So enjoy some of that pure Michigan. We got hole 18 coming up. The last hole on this round 1 series of the Flip City Open. It's pretty basic. I'm guessing you're probably going to see a lot of righty turnovers / righty forehands. After all, there are some plinko trees, so you just got to squeeze through those. And honestly, you probably want to crash in a little short and have it skip a little bit forward.
Yeah, you can either go for the inside route and kind of have it like dig vertical and bounce forward, or if you go around that first tree right there, you can play the back way and hope it skips. I choose the inside route. With the Firebird, just hoping it kind of stays, and it does. A lot of weird rolls on this hole, too, because it's so elevated that you really want to make sure that your disc lands on a good angle coming into the green. I think Josh is also going for the inside route. Yeah, it just hits that tree and stops.
I mean, that'll be like what? From that tree to the basket, it's like...
40 feet or so, 45 maybe at the most.
Yeah, so that's in his wheelhouse for sure.
I think Willie just thought it off a little too early, yeah. Hits that tree and kicks down.
I don't know. I'm still super stoked to see Willie throwing those forehands. I mean, they've been looking pretty...
He had a couple of really good crushes.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Looks like Kyle kind of saws it off too early right, but might have a low ceiling circle 2 putt if he wants to run that one.
I would bet with you if Willie makes this or not, but you already know what happens, so...
Yeah, he did not.
And I would have lost money, so I guess it saved me some time.
We got Kyle here. Looks like just outside the circle, honestly. Giving this a good floaty run.
Oh.
Hard putt. Leaves it just short.
Man, he's even smooth on his knees.
Yeah, Willie here, circle's edge, trying to save his par. Also just short.
Oh.
Just left side on his birdie bid. Definitely a hole that you want to have a good putt at it for 2 to end the round on.
Yup. Marwede with the bird coming in super hot at 11 down here pretty soon.
Willie with the unfortunate bogey, not how he wanted to end his round. And other couple guys just tapping in their pars.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just something about playing a disc golf round, like, it doesn't matter where you get the entire round, but as long as you finish that last hole.
Strong. I mean, good momentum to the next round.
Yeah,
it is a 2-round event, 24 holes, so there's still lots of golf left.
Yes. But worst case, you're going to come in thirsty for the second round, you're going to be fighting hard. All right, back 12 scores. We got Andy shooting the nice and hot 5 down. Willie definitely could have done better, but hey, Flip City, anything can happen. Josh Taylor at 1 down, not too terrible. And then Kyle Williams at even. So thank you guys again so much for watching the round 1 coverage, back 12 of the Flip City Open. by Crew 42. Like I said, Tausch twins take over here, so we'll be back for round 2. So we'll see you guys here pretty soon. We got Andrew Marwede leading the pack at 11 down. Cam shooting a nice solid 9 down. RJ, what? RJ's at 6 down? All right, this is rigged. Okay, well, somebody needs to double check that scorecard, and I wish he would have been on video because I don't know. Just forget I said anything, but yeah, like, share, subscribe, and yeah, we'll be back soon, guys. Stay tuned.
Catch you for round 2.